Good morning, guys, and welcome to our channel. I think we're going fishing. Well, guys, this is my view this morning, one of the local ponds. We're gonna see if anything's biting. If you're going to work, I apologize. I'm just starting my days off, so that means I am fishing today. However, I am extremely unprepared. I've got this camera, I've got a small camera, I've got no tripods, no chest mount, no nothing, so I'm batting 1,000 so far. Again, I'm sorry for the wind. Anyway, right here is a nice grass mat, so we're gonna see what's in there. Okay, guys, I'm not sure how well this shows up on the camera, but quite a bit of glare. There's a whole lot of grass in this corner and along this edge here, so we're gonna give that a shot and see what happens. It's my second time being at this pond. Last time, I no sooner got in my truck and I found a tick on my leg. I got him before he could bite. Just now, I just made it to the pond and had a tick on my leg. I got him before he could bite too, so that was good. And I apologize for the wind. So we got a nice grass mat here. I'll show you here in a second. And we'll see what it produces, if anything. We're going to change it up a little bit from the green and white frog to the all white frog. See if that'll make a bit of a difference. And you're going to see me keep constantly looking down and looking at my legs. It ain't because I'm admiring them. Because to be honest, I've seen better legs on a pool table, but I don't want the ticks to bite, so I'm constantly looking. And now that I've already found one, it makes me even more nervous. So we're going to keep fishing here to see what happens. Well, I've been out here for about an hour. I seem to be, apologize, I got the sun at my back here. No bites, none at all. Now it's not prime frog conditions. It's not overly early, it's only about 10 o'clock as I twist my ankle. A little bit of wind, not much, but it's very, very sunny. The water's extremely clear. So they're not biting. We're going to go back to where I started, try there for a little bit more, and we're going to get out of here. Got other things to do today. Let me tell you a little bit about this pond here. The people that own it are filling it in. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they need the land to farm. I don't know. But they're filling it in. And as you can see, there's the dirt over there that they've been putting in. This pond was considerably bigger. So what they've done was, I may have mentioned this before, but what they've done was they've contacted the MNR because there's apparently bass, pike, catfish, carp, and bluegill in this pond. They want to know what they had to do with the fish because they want to fill it in. The MNR told them just fill it in and leave it as it is. Bass season comes, you can take the fish out, but you can't transplant them into another pond or into a nearby creek. So basically you're left with two options. You can either catch and keep the fish and pretty much guarantee you're not going to get all of them, or you can kill them by filling it in with dirt. Doesn't make any sense to me. And like I mentioned before, this is a private pond. I believe they said it was 6 or 8 acres when it started, but it's privately owned. I asked permission to be here, so if you do want to fish a pond somewhere, always ask permission. If they say no, respectfully say thank you very much for your time. The reason for that is because if you don't, and you start calling them names and you're rude or whatever it is at the door, that reflects on all of us. But there are people that do fish here that don't have permission and they don't say anything. What makes me mad is this. Clean up your garbage. They let you fish here. They don't chase you off when you're here because usually it's kids. Pick your garbage up and take it with you. Do not leave it. Now you may be wondering, why is he throwing a green and white frog in crystal clear water? Because this dummy only brought 2 rods. Like I said, both happen to have frogs on them. Yeah. Gotta work with what you got. And so far it ain't working, as you can see. Alright guys, that bass was pretty small. I don't know if you can see him take my frog or not. But what he's doing is, he was hiding in about 3 inches of water, so he's not a very big fish. When the frog went by, he just ambushed it when it went by, took it for about 2 feet, and then spit it. Alright guys, here's an important tip. When you're bank fishing, don't neglect the bank the minute you walk up to it. I don't know if you can tell, I'll look back when I edit this video, but when I first got here, I was in the corner and I casted the shoreline. I've had 4 bites out of this corner behind the camera, and I just had 2 more right here over my shoulder. You walk up to the bank, you start casting out, you could be spooking the fish that are close to the bank. So hit the banks first, then expand your cast out into the pond. I'm gonna see if we can catch this little guy over here, because so far I ain't got nothing. Alright guys, that's the big skunk for today. I'm gonna show you what I'm using. Alright guys, unfortunately that sucked, but I'm gonna show you what I was using today. This is a 6'6" medium next generation Abu Garcia rod with an Abu Garcia Black Max reel, which I think you've seen before. Already tied on to this is a scum frog. That's a white scum frog. I believe these cost about $7 here in Ontario. It's caught me a lot of fish, but today it wasn't doing squat. The other setup I had is as I break the tip off that, is just a BassProShop Mega Cast. This is a medium heavy, 6 foot even, with a bait caster reel. On that, I had most of my bites on, I had most of my hits on, was a nice green frog. I paid $3 for this green frog at the dollar store here in Ontario. Now what I figure is happening is they were short striking this frog. I left the tail on. I gotta trim it up. So when they were short striking the frog, I would throw this one because it's got very little tail. They would sometimes hit and sometimes not. But today was a not. So now that that's done, the first thing I'm going to do is look myself over for ticks, because now I got a fear of ticks. And I'm going to head home. Well guys, I go and get gas. Obviously I got to stop and get a coffee and something to eat. I feel a tickle on my toe. I look down. Of course I'm wearing flip-flops. And there was a tick crawling on my toe. He's now rolling around on the floor of my truck here. I'm trying to kill him. That's not as easy as you think. I just don't like bugs. I told you I wasn't seeing things. Now I gotta go home and get naked. And nobody wants to see that. Well, sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you're the bug. Today we're the bug. This is called keeping it real. Sometimes we catch them, sometimes we don't. As you can see, I changed my clothes. I had to go home and check for ticks. 2, not at home, but I found them before I got home. Thankfully there was no more. Now I gotta vacuum out my truck and all that good stuff, because in case one got off and he's in my truck here somewhere. So I know I'm a day late. Today's Monday. I am going to edit this tonight and probably get it online tonight. So yesterday was Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to my father and all the other fathers out there. Remember, any fool can make a child. It takes a man to raise one. You're not only a protector, you're a teacher. So with that in mind, I'm going to end today's video here. I don't think you really want to watch me wash and clean my truck. It's not the most exciting thing. However, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. If you've already done so, thank you very much. Ring the bell, like and share, all that good stuff I say at the end of every video, but I come up with something new for that. Anyway, get outside, enjoy the outdoors, go fishing, have some fun, and I will see you on the next one. See ya. To be honest, I've seen better legs on a pool table, but I was in the corner and I cast at the shoreline. I've had 4 bites. I've had 4 bites out of